I guess I'll do these in order. The first few are, I guess, comedy, and then reality show, drama, cult, horror, musical, and then Blu-ray. So I'll do it like that. So the first movie I got, this is the only movie in the update I haven't seen. It actually came free, and it was a buy one get one free on eBay. So I figured, might as well. Looks interesting enough. It's Hitched, Will Smith. I was just reading the back, and it said that basically it's about Will Smith is supposed to be one of the world's best matchmakers. He's supposed to be one of these guys who gets people who can't seem to find girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And he seems to study you and finds out your perfect match, and he finds the perfect person for you. And apparently he goes and he falls in love with someone, or I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I really can't tell too much about it. But it looks interesting, and I love Will Smith. I think he's underrated, and it's good to see him go back to comedy every once in a while. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching this. I still haven't seen this yet. I got it like a few months ago. I still haven't seen it yet, but it was free, so maybe I'll end up good. Second, this is the movie I really wanted to get, and Hitch just came with it. This is a movie I've heard people bash a lot, but I don't care. I always liked it. It's an Eddie Murphy movie, and I saw this a long time ago, and I just liked the concept. I liked Eddie Murphy in it, and I just thought it was an interesting, cool little movie to watch. And this Holy Man, basically Eddie Murphy is this spiritual, holy guru type of guy who is found by this producer of a home shopping network, and he just starts talking to him, and he helps him overcome his fear, and he I guess he's taken so much by Eddie Murphy's philosophy that he invites him onto his home shopping network to help sell stuff, and instead of selling stuff, he's basically giving people spiritual advice, and he becomes like this big pop star, and it's just a really cool movie. I just liked it. I like Eddie Murphy's ideas in it. I like the comedy in it. I like the just the overall. I just like the movie, and I recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I know a lot of people think it's really bad. It's like horrible, stupid, but I just liked it, man. I just liked the philosophy. I liked the jokes, and I just thought it was a funny movie. So I'm glad I picked it up. It's old school, and it's one of the last good horror comedies that I liked in Eddie Murphy. I don't really like him that much anymore, but he's still a legend. So, Holy Man. The next movie I got is well, it's not a movie. This is a reality show. This is season 2. They've only been 2 seasons of this, and like I said in the past, I don't really like reality shows that much. I don't think they're that realistic or whatever. I think they're kind of over the top a little too much, but this is the one. These are the ones I like. Season 2, Joe Schmo Show. I think one of my other DVD updates I had season 1. I finally got season 2. Season 1 was better, but season 2 was very interesting too. Basically, if you don't remember, Joe Schmo Show is about they find a nice person in real life, and they tell them that they're going to be on a reality show. But it turns out that everyone in the reality show is an actor, so but only the audience knows that. So they're gonna try and basically mess with them and just do stupid games in the show and just mess with them just to try to get them to go over the top. And if they make it to the end, then they reveal that the whole show was fake, and they give them a prize. The first one was really cool. He made it to the end, and I don't want to give too much away, but he made it to the end, and he never figured it out, and it was just a classic first season. In the second season, they decided to do it again, but this time it's a guy and a girl, Joe and Jane Schmo, and the concept this time is that they're trying to find dates. The first show they were trying to win money, the Schmoes, but this time it's a date show. They're trying to parody a date show, and it's really interesting because the guy who was the Joe Schmo in the first season actually makes a cameo as one of the actors in this season, so I thought that was kind of cool. Joe Schmo Show is a classic, kind of rare, and this is kind of this shows how cheap it is. It's it comes in this slipcase, 2 disc. The first disc actually comes in this little this cheap little container. I kind of hate that, but whatever. Disc 1, Disc 2, and it's interesting because this season, one of the schmoes actually figures out that they're on the show. I'm not going to tell you which one, but these are the two schmoes. One of them finds out that it's all a scam and that everyone around them is actors and they're trying to fool. So but the other one hasn't figured it out yet. I'm not going to tell you which one, but once one of them figures it out, the producers have to decide what they want to do. So they tell them that person that either you can leave the show and we'll give you money and we'll come up with a reason why you have to leave, or you can become one of the actors themselves. And if you make it throughout the whole show and the other one doesn't figure out that the whole show is fake, you get even more money, and it becomes a super schmo show. So I'm not going to tell you what they decide, but it's a real interesting twist, and the last episode is crazy. I love Joe Schmo. I don't think that there'll ever be another season, but the first two were classics, and this is the kind of reality shows I like. I like ones that think outside the box. So that's the Joe Schmo Show 2. And the next movie I got here, now this is a real cult underground movie. You gotta be a real movie fan to remember this. This is an old movie, came like in the mid-90s. I remember watching this when I was really young at my friend's house, and I haven't seen it in years, but I was just thinking about it one day, and I'm like, damn, I wonder if that's on DVD, and it ended up being on DVD. And it's this movie, it's this low-budget movie that has an interesting premise. It's called Powder, and basically it's about this this kid who's basically being picked on because he's an albino. He's got a very white, pale complexion, and he's bald, and everyone makes fun of him at school because he's quiet, he's an outcast. But it's interesting because he has special powers. Nobody can figure out why he's able to do the things he does, but basically he has the ability to produce electricity through his hands. So he can start light bulbs, he can turn on electricity, he can bring certain people back from life. He has telepathy, he has different abilities, and this just makes him more of a freak in some people's eyes, but he's really a nice guy. It's really a sad movie, and it's really a movie about just being different and everything you have to go through, and how some people are just cruel because they don't understand you, but the guy is just a really interesting character. There's a lot of good scenes in the movie. Jeff Goldblum is in it, I think, and I saw this when I was really young, and it's kind of a sad movie, but it's a really interesting movie too, because they kind of mess around with the idea that he might not be human, he might be an alien, or he might be the evolution of man, or he just might be a regular human being who just was happened to be blessed by God or whatever. But you never know until the end, and the ending is really cool. I definitely recommend this movie. A lot of people may not have heard about it, but the people who have heard about it, I bet you've have some interesting theories about it. Let me know what you think about it. It's just a classic movie, man. I love this movie. The main character is just really interesting. You don't know what to think about him at first, but he's just a beautiful person, and it's a very cool movie. So check this out. Look this up if you haven't heard about it. Powder. It's interesting underground independent movie, and I don't really know if this was independent or if it was just old. I can't remember, but it was a great movie, and I highly recommend it. Glad I finally got this. That's Powder. Okay, now I'm in the horror genre now, and this movie I got here is I told you before that I managed to see Necromantik 1 and 2, and those are some pretty interesting movies. They're about necrophilia. They're about this necrophilic couple in the first one. The second one is about this nurse who's a necrophiliac and has a boyfriend, and she can't figure out which she likes better. So the necrophilia genre is kind of taboo, and there's not really too many movies that cover it, but which is probably a good thing. But those movies were kind of interesting because yeah, there's a lot of necrophilia in the movies, but there's a lot of other stuff in it too, some social commentary in it, and you know, it's more than graphic stuff like that. And this movie I got here is a movie I've been trying to find for a while.